Okay, hello everyone, welcome back. We're here recording some more Bogles. So this league, I'm going to be bringing in the power of Leyline of Sanctity back into the main deck, testing that out and seeing how that goes. Not sure for everyone how much attention they pay to what goes on, but at the moment Channel Fireball is putting out a weekly power rating on various decks in the format. It's ranking Red Prowess at the top, followed by Burn, followed by Jump. Those are three big decks that abuse Thoughtseize, shoot damage at our face. So obviously Leyline would be really good in the main deck against them. Other ones to be concerned about Urza, of course, with the Urian Companion. Bant Snow, potentially with Urian as well. Primeval Titan decks, not running any companion. Devoted Druid decks, some of them run Lurrus as a companion. The Hour of Devastation one does. Obviously, if they're running Heliod of the Crown, they can't run Lurrus. Blue Lurrus, so this is like your Delver sort of thing, your Permission, Icefang Coddles, Permission package shell wrapped in with a Lurrus in there at some time as well. Big Blue with Urian Sky Nomad, going for things like Bring to Light and Niv-Mizzet Reborn, or potentially Scapeshift, that's a different build though. And Eldrazi-tron. So those are some of the decks to worry about. Really, the top three are the reasons why Leyline would be good. So what we're doing is we don't have any Spirit Link in the deck. I think against Burn is really where we'd want that, or Red Paradise or whatever. If we got Leyline in the main deck, that should be enough of an inclusion to not worry about having Spirit Link. Remove the other Spider Umbra and the 2 Path to Exiles from the main deck. Move the paths to the side. Bring in these Leyline of Sanctities. So we've got the Tool of Sentinel's Eyes and the Tool of All That Glitters. Both Ethereal Armor and All That Glitters have fantastic synergy with Leyline of Sanctity. And outside of that, looking into the sideboard, because I've essentially cut 2 auras from the list, I freed up 2 slots, so I've added in an extra Force of Vigor and an extra Gadok Teeg, keeping my other cards as the same. So we're going to go ahead now and look to get into a league. Modern League, here we go. Yep. And that's the list. Yeah, so the Distant Memories deck that I brought up the other league, that's they got banned out. Obviously, Wizards wasn't able to fix the bug super quick, but they just banned it in all formats that it was printed into. Obviously, it was printed in New Phyrexia, so that was quite some time ago. But yeah, it's been banned. It's nothing you have to worry about. It'd be interesting to see what happens because it is cheating, and it is in the rules of Magic Online that you don't exploit bugs like this for tickets. And there was a whole bunch of people doing it and cheating, and almost stealing from Wizards because they had to reimburse me. Meanwhile, they're cleaning up on prizes. Maybe they cash it out and get some real life money value out of the whole thing. It looks like my opponent's taking a little while to join the game here. I recognize his icon, but I think it's a different name to the player I played a league or two ago against. Opponent is on a Lurrus deck here. We got a Leyline of Sanctity, which is nice. We got access to Dryad, but we don't have access to Totem Armor here. I think we can do better. This is a pretty good hand. I think going to 6 would be a mistake here. Might look to get rid of the Sentinel's Eyes here. Wait. Maybe Daybreak. I don't have double white. Get rid of All That Glitters. I reckon that's going to be the most awkward card. I'm going to start with Leyline out on the field. This is pretty sketchy. No hexproof creature, but we'll see what happens. It'll have to do. Oh, is this a mirror? Giver of Runes. Okay. This could be the Collected Company deck. It's a really bad land to draw there. This really sucks because he gives protection to a jump blocker continuously. It's Devoted Druid. Okay. So this would be the Hour of Devastation combo deck thing with Vizier of Remedies, Devoted Druid, Duskwatch Recruiter, Walking Ballista, all that rubbish. Okay, so this really sucks here. We can get in for 3, but we're pretty soft to removal, and he can just jump block us out of the game. And then eventually assemble his combo, and we're putting him under 0 pressure, so... Yep, there's Vizier of Remedies. Good news is that it is not... Why is he attacking with the Giver of Runes? Okay, whatever. That's not Devoted Druid, so he doesn't get infinite mana next turn. We get the Windswept Teeth. We're going to go ahead and fetch out our Plains. Get Daybreak Coroner on the board. Attack for 7. If he's on the beatdown plan, we're a Griffspoon or a Rancor away from winning the game, so one of 8 cards in our deck. This has got to be wrong. Block the combo piece. He'll give it protection from green. No? Okay, whatever. Seems a bit odd. Well, we got lethal. Let's attack here. We gain life from blocking the Vizier, so we're not really losing out on much here. He was always going to do this, so I just wanted to play out my Aura's second main, because I'm not gaining life from it anyway. If he doesn't block, he's dead, sort of thing, so... Doesn't hugely matter. We'll drop out the Sentinel's Eyes. Leave 1 mana up, pretend we've got a Path to Exile or something. I've been clicking 2 and 6 through his turn, so I might just click through 1 at a time now that I've got an open mana up, make him think I've got Path or something. Well, Walking Ballista is not going to be big enough to kill us. He's going for the Devoted Druid, though. Alright. Super slow hand from our opponent. I don't know what they were thinking, honestly. We've actually got Leyline of Sanctity, so he can't just shoot us down. He can kill our Dryad Arbor and then effectively attack and kill us the following turn. Yeah, he can't do crap here. Come on, flying. No. Alright. Let's attack in. Even here, this is like so sketchy actually using that there. If I've got the Path, this thing's just dead. There's no way I'm letting that resolve. Like, I think that's a sketchy protection there. I could hold some of these auras in hand to, in case I draw a second creature. It's probably the right line. I just honestly need to draw an evasive effect of some description. Cool, Postmortic Lunge. That's back out. We'll see how much mana he's got. Yeah, GG. You can go through his whole deck with Duskwatch Recruiter. It doesn't matter what he does there. That super sucks. I got 8 effects in the deck that would have just instant won us the game, but didn't see them. Alright, these are the cards I like. Against his deck, Suppression Field, Path to Exile. Why is Daybreak out there? Path to Exile and Gadoctig, so that's 7 cards. Wait, no, there was more. And the Grafdigger's Cage. Because they've got Court of Cooling, Collected Company, Postmortem Lunge, Grafdigger's Cage is going to be quite good. Maybe even the Rest in Peace. No, that's probably a little deep. I think Sentinel's Eyes is probably the weakest aura here, followed by All That Glitters. Wait, no, not Ethereal Armor. Might take out 1 Hyena Umbra, so I can keep in the full set of Griff Spoons. Got a pretty strong sideboard hate package here. That just really sucks. We didn't have what we needed. His hand did like literally nothing. So hand's really good here. We've both got our companions selected out, all of that. I'm going to lead on the Horizon Canopy here in case we draw a white source, although I don't think it really matters. Maybe it's wrong because I might just be going Suppression Field, land screwing him. Yeah, let's roll on out this Suppression Field. Next turn, Core Spirit Dancer plus Hyena Umbra are really strong. This will shut down any of his fetch lands. We drew 3rd land, so we're pretty good without fetching ourselves. This also stops the activations that he does. Maybe the play's Core Spirit Dancer there, but that's into an open white mana. I don't know. That seems a bit sketchy. Chalice on 1. Alright. Alright. We're going to have to do this the dirty way, guys. We can reoccur auras with Lurrus at least. That's something. Hopefully Suppression Field's enough interaction. I don't want to cast the Grafdigger's Cage, really. Doesn't draw me anything. Really? We draw a fucking... that's annoying. Alright, attack for a big old 1 point of damage. Sit here drawing to not a whole lot because for some reason the Devoted Druid decks are running Chalice. Maybe that's something they're all doing. Not that up to date with the sideboard list. I know the main deck pretty well. Let's attack for 4 damage. He'll block the Slippery Bogle. He doesn't block any of it. Okay, well we gain some life as well, which is nice. So the untap here is going to cost him 2 extra, so I'm sure he's just seeing that now. We can get Griffspoon back from our graveyard for 4 mana, put it onto a core Spirit Dance. Oh, sorry, it will cost 6 mana because of Suppression Field. Bonus down to 6 is pretty low. Alright, let's set that back. We'll attack for 7. I'm expecting he's got an Abrupt Decay or an Assassin's Trophy here. He's probably holding it up for the Suppression Field, but he's going to have to use it on the Griffspoon or Lurrus here, or the Core Spirit Dancer even. I think we're just in a good spot to win it. Just based off the strength of Suppression Field and the fact that he didn't have anything aggressive. Yep, so here comes some description of removal. He's down to 1. That is so lame. Ugh. Let's see what he costs. Alright. Wait. I need to see the card from his hand. God. Does. So obviously just concede here to Todos. What's Todos? Ah, okay. Total Hour of Devastation. Gotcha. Gotcha. Alright, there's the Walking Ballista. That'll do it. Yeah, really frustrating. I think I don't think we want to be boarding in Force of Vigors. That doesn't seem right, but maybe I can change my aura slots a little bit. So instead of having those Hyena Umbras, I leave in the 2 Audit Glitters and diversify my curve a little bit more. Obviously we did get back the... Yeah, I don't know, maybe play around it as well, because we could have turned to Hyena Umbra plus Graft Digger's Cage and attack, and like that would have been pretty good. Suppression Field didn't need to come out on turn 2. I could have waited until he assembled like more of a board. I guess it's just tempting. Shutting off your opponent's fetch lands though. Alright, so we are going to be on the play this game against Chase Daddy Dizzle. I'll leave it up to you guys as to what that could possibly mean. He's on Gigantha, which normally means Greentron or humans. This hand is awful. We're going to get rid of it. This hand's pretty good. We're going to keep it. I'll bottom 1 of the scouts. And I'm just going to lead on the Horizon Canopy here, so I get 1 extra draw. I take 1 extra point of damage doing it this way, but I get 1 extra draw of not that Glade Cover Scout being shuffled in the deck. Yep, so it looks like it's Green Tron. Suppression Field's pretty decent in this matchup. Maybe I should have slow rolled that Totem Armor. I mean, he's not doing anything until turn 3 anyway. But yeah, maybe. Leyline of Sanctity is just a dead card to draw. Ulamog, that is disgusting. Opponent, you are a horrible person. No, not really. Your deck does horrible things, though. Alright, that's an excellent draw. Attack for 9. Put him to 7. We almost have him dead. Was that a Molder 6? I think it was just a Molder 6. Yeah, it's still not a bad showing though. Alright, he's got 7 mana. Does he have Khan Boy? And if he has Khan Boy, can we rip Aura and just kill him? Alright, well, he's looking for Ancient Stirrings here. Don't think he's going to be doing anything too impressive if Ancient Stirrings look for something is his best line. Wormcoil Engine. He's got 1 mana floating, so he can cast Wormcoil. That will see him to his next turn. Maybe we draw Griffspoon and just get the win. That's not a Griffspoon. Alright, let's get Core Spirit Dancer out there. He's blocking anyway, right? Attack on in. I didn't hit a land drop, so there's no point slow rolling the core and protecting it or anything. I just need it on the board for an immediate impact. If he Ulamog's here, I want to make his decisions as hard as possible. He's probably going to go for some auras. It's an exile effect, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, 2 target permanents get exiled. That's so OP. Hopefully he just goes for Core Spirit Dancer instead of like Rancor or something. Get rid of both instances of my first strike as well. That'd be pretty frustrating. Then we'd only have a 4-2 against 6 power of grossness. Which worm do you guys think looks better? I think I like the Death Touch one. The black's much nicer. The white sort of looks washed out a little bit to me. That and its like pose is way cooler. It's wrapping around a pillar where this one is just like coiled on the ground or something. Maybe there's some stuff happening in the background, but I can't see it. This tower art's really nice as well. Same with the power plant. Even mine's not too bad. Yeah, they're thinking through a few options, obviously, of what they can do. I don't have any Stony Silencers in this list. Suppression Field will have to do in that slot. It doesn't. It shuts down the Expedition map. It just doesn't shut down the stars and lanterns. It will stop his Walking Ballistas, his Planeswalkers, things like that. But yeah. Unfortunately, this is a mana ability, and this is a mana ability. Alright, I'm just going to pause while he decides to do what he's doing. Alright, opponent's tapping 7 mana here. Let's see what that means. I think Khan Exile Rancor is probably his best move, but it leaves him to the mercy of our top deck. He's still deciding. Goodness gracious. Okay, that is a second Wormcoil Engine. Yikes. It's pretty gross. Expedition map, gotcha. Well, expedition map can get blast zone, so now we're in a lot of trouble. So I'll deal with the damage this way. Fortunately, we drew another ley line instead of auras, but that's what happens when you put it in your main deck. You just draw it when you don't need it. I'll also need to update my random stats. Alright, that drops us down to 59%, losing to that disgusting deck. With Chalice of the Void. Ugh. Ugh. Not a fan. Alright, well that's going to exile some of my stuff. And he triggers the Sanctum. Okay, yeah, that seems like a decent line, right? Goodbye Core, goodbye Rancor, I'm pretty sure. At least we got this Vigilance, so he's not able to attack and start gaining life back or anything. Wait, where'd he get that life? Oh, he got 3 lifelink from the one we didn't kill. I could have stacked it so the Death Touch one left, but then I lose a Totem Armor, so... Do you get rid of, Okay, I guess he's going for Blast Zone soon. Now we got this bloody Ulamog to deal with. Basically, we want to find Griffsburn, and that's about all we can do. So we're going to cycle this Horizon Canopy end step. Go away, stop attacking. No one likes you. Ah, God damn it. Griffsburn will put us 1 point off winning. Do we need to just go for Daybreak Coronet instead then? It's going to go up to 10. If we draw Ethereal Armor, that adds 5. We can attack for 12. He can just block with the Worm. If we draw Rancor, that will add 3. Same sort of deal. Griffsburn will attack for 9. I think we pretty much just need Daybreak Coronet here. This is really frustrating. We draw a Griffsburn a turn too late. Unfortunately. Put him to 1. I'm pretty sure we just die to a Blast Zone now. That's so lame. So lame. Ulamog of Grossness. Did he get a second Ulamog? Oh, bugger off. One of my outs after second and Ulamog does its stuff. I pretty much need to hit another Griffsburn, assuming that doesn't bite the dust, because he'll exile Rancor or Ethereal Armor, I would assume, or maybe Rancor Griffsburn or Ethereal Armor Griffsburn. Just depends on what he exiles as to what we need to draw. This is where us not cycling that Horizon Canopy in our last step, in his last end step might hurt us, because if I need to cycle it during my turn to get that 1 card deeper, I'm in a lot of trouble. Alright. Let's block the lifelink. Oh wait, we just die because he's got this stupid thing. Alright. He's just got the damage. The regular damage. Get some more information about our deck. The scoundrel. Alright. Well, Gadok Teeg's not even going to be that good here because he's running these Ulamogs, right? Hopefully suppression fields can help slow him down a little bit. Cage Lurrus, no. Maybe we don't even want suppression field, honestly. Doesn't it looks like he's creature centric, not planeswalker centric. Minus out one Grisburn, one Sentinel's Eyes, and that'll have to do it. Considering bringing in Path for his creatures, I did see 2 Worm Coils and 2... what do you call it? Alright, this will be a keep. 2 Worm Coils and 2 Illumogs, so that's annoying. Alright, I'm gonna fetch straight off the bat because I don't want to draw another land if I can avoid it. I wonder if we killed the lifelink one instead of the death touch one, we might actually have won that. Because him gaining that 3 life was probably worth more than the 2 damage we would have got off the auras, right? So yeah, right here suppression field wouldn't do anything because it's a star. Stony Silence is much better in that slot. I'm not running any in the deck this time though. Sort of regretting it right now. This deck's scary. So yeah, he took a long time, planned his turn out, and controlled the game the way he needed to. That was quite good from him. Oh man. Could you imagine, holy crap, if we Stony Silenced him? He would have nothing to do. Alright, we drew our 4th mana source, but we're attacking for 9 here. He's only going to assemble Tron this turn. Hopefully it's not in hand. We got flying, so... You might have a Nature's Claim here for the All That Glitters, and then a Chump Blocker or something. Worm Coil Engine. But then we fly over the top. This is the Nature's Claim on All The Glitters. We can't Lurrus the All That Glitters either. We're 1 mana off. It's not too bad. Expedition map. That's like 1 point off lethal. That's so lame. Sure, this is getting our old friend Blast Zone. If he gets Blast Zone, I might play Lurrus. How's his tower? Maybe he's not running Blast Zone. I don't see a huge advantage to playing Lurrus. Oh, maybe, actually. If he's got Nature's Claim plus a Chump Blocker. Did he leave me with flying? This doesn't have flying, does it? Yeah. Oh my. Well, we drew dead. We're very fortunate he misclicked there. Gadoktig doesn't even seem that good here. I might want these paths, to be honest. Grisburn seems really important. Let's go this, because I think he's more creature-centric. I think that's how I spell it. If it's not, oh well. Alright, 1 land. Absolute gas of a hand. We're going to keep. We're on the draw. We get 2 draws to sea land. The upside of this hand is like really, 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 really high. Opponent's beginning the game with 7 as well. Holy crap. Could he mulligan once? It's Tron. It's not supposed to have god hands every time. This is going to be a real test on the draw. I might have to play out my weaker auras so my stronger auras don't just die to a Nulamog or something. Ugin? Oh, fuck off. If that card resolves, we're dead. Guess we just gotta go for it now then. This Forest is gonna be a turn slower. I don't know. Maybe he doesn't have the way to get to all his Tron sources. Well, there's the Sylvan Scrying. He's got 8 mana. We lose. We lose. We draw a completely irrelevant creature. The more auras we put down, the more get exiled by Ugin. What's even my freaking out here? I didn't even, like, I wanted to draw land here so I could cast Lurrus and make him neg 3 at least, instead of just negging 1. What, path my own creature in response? Is probably the best thing I can do here. But that way I get Rancor and Sentinel's Eyes back at least, and I get a land. This is so bad. This card is just not fair. It just never needed printing, ever. If I play Lurrus, he just down ticks here. Well, super punished for taking out our Gadok Tigs here. That path was a Gadok Tig, and that would have stopped the Ugin, and we would have been fine. Yep. Oh, he's just dealt damage to me. What? That's not right. Can I do something here? That's not right. Maybe the play was Lurrus, Hyena Umbra on the Lurrus. Yeah, I think so. Plus Plus something else. Yeah, no, that's probably the line, is just go Lurrus there. Well, if I had an ethereal armor in hand there, I would have killed the Ugin. It was literally an ethereal armor away from killing Ugin, and I had one in my opening hand and I burnt it. That's so bad. I hate Tron. I hate Tron. And a worm coil. Yeah, just just for good measure, hey? Just for good measure. Yeah, pretty much my only line was get Lurrus happening. Though then he neg 3s Ugin. And that's all I can do. That's frustrating. That's really frustrating. Not the best start to the league. This is one of the reasons I do not like having ley lines in my main deck. I know I actively chose to put them in. No one was asking for it or forcing me. That puts us down to 58. Okay, this is awful. This is super killing my win rate here. Alright, let's see how we go. We're on the play this time, which is nice. No lander, throw that out. This looks like the Ponza deck. I'm going to keep this. Pretty bad against Lightning Bolt. Pretty bad against Lightning Bolt or against... what do you call a 3-mana creature with adventure? Bone Crusher Giant. Might be okay against the Blood Moon here, maybe. Blood Moon will pillage this turn as the only thing he's doing, and I'm fine. I'm going to run out the Horizon Canopy, sort of expecting, hopefully, pillage. And then he kills the Horizon Canopy, and then I get double aura down. Even Blood Moon, I can establish either Totem Armor or Flying. I just need Core to live. Sweet. Okay. 4 mana is his max. Sorry, yeah, 4. Suppression Field's excellent against this deck, as you can see. Destroys their tempo. Blood Moon. Okay, Blood Moon's fine. So, slow rolling the planes there, it means if I draw my second planes, I can't go like double planes on this turn or something. But it gives my opponent misinformation about like his decision making, really. I'm able to go out and get Totem Armor onto my creature here. Next turn I can get Flying, and I can start attacking in the air. The only way this backfires super hard is if he now has Pillage on my snow-covered plains, and then I'm turned off of land drops for the entire game. It's the only way it backfires is if he had both, I suppose. But he tapped double green, not double red there, so Maybe a Bloodbraid. No, it can't be Bloodbraid Elf because he's got this Glorybringer. Okay, well that's not gonna get Core Spirit Dancer yet. It's a really good one. We get Sentinel's Eyes too. That's fantastic. Maybe a little greedy to go for the Ethereal Armor there over the Griff Spoon. Yeah. Means I can't go on blocking duty if he blows up my land. Another 5 mana. Is it another Glorybringer? Oh, this thing? Right, okay. Now is Nell's sources of damage deal double, so this is dealing 8 to us. It's a big wowzer. We will just fly in the air and kill him though, so that's something. Yep, alright, cool. Be aggressive. I guess slow rolling the Grisbane is misinformation for him as well, kind of. He knows he attacks with the Glorybringer instead of leaving it back. So against Ponza, I like Path, I like Force of Vigor, I like Suppression Field, but more on the play than on the draw. I think on the draw I'm just going to leave it out. Just might minus out a maybe a Core Spirit Dancer. Leave all my auras in as much as possible here. This league hates me. Look at these fucking garbage hands. Go away. Oh no. This is like so close to a Kate because it has the interaction here. I'm gonna risk it. Get rid of one force. This might be extremely loose, but we have a basic land in hand and we're in such a good position here to, if we draw just a green fetch land, get off forest and be protected from Blood Moon. Come on. Fuck off. That's super disappointing. If he's got Pillage, playing this land is awful. Yep. Game 3. I mean, yeah, top 2 cards of your library, you expect to see a land, right? Okay, Suppression Field significantly better here. Maybe I'm a little too hard on the forces. I only want 2 of them. Then I can take out like 1 Sentinel's Eyes. In the absence of Blood Moon, we're fine, but Blood Moon and or Pillage, and we're in a lot of trouble. Do I consider keeping and just fetching a basic forest? Maybe. Because the entire gimmick of the deck is it has either a turn 2 Pillage or a turn 2 Blood Moon. And they stuff anything they come up against really hard by doing those. I think it's a keep. I'm gonna go for Temple Garden. We rip land off the top of our library, we're probably fine off of just the strength of Ethereal Armor and Rancor. If we don't, we're probably dead. It's like such a ridiculous gamble, but all these auras in our hand are fantastic. We got creatures. Thank you. Alright, that was a really fantastic draw. Let's get the aggressive route on. Don't want to waste a turn casting Core Spirit Dancer here only to get like my lands pillaged or something, or her Core Spirit Dancer just killed. If we resolve this Daybreak, we're absolutely golden. One of those matchups where you just want to see land on the top of your library. Holy moly. No turn 2 play. Very interesting. Alright, well, let's cast Daybreak and see what he's got happening. This should be pretty good. Nature's Claim? Gotcha. Maybe I should have predicted that and just played the Core Spirit Dancer, but then you could also just Lightning Bolt the Core Spirit Dancer. Yeah, it's sort of irritating, but we still have our Rancor on our creature. We didn't lose our creature to a chump block or something. I think we're fine. Eerie can have access to a maximum of 4 mana, which is an awkward number for a deck that operates off odd numbers. Maybe he goes Blood Moon plus like Arbor Elf, or like Waste Pillage plus Arbor Elf or something, but we have to wait and see. It looks like their hand's a bit of a stinker. The fact that it's just not taking action. I don't know, maybe the line last turn actually is just attack for 5. Because he's left Utopia Sprawl plus red mana open. If he uses the Nature Claim on our Ethereal Armor there, which is possible, the red mana is no longer floating. We can then cast Core Spirit Dancer safely. Or cast Daybreak Coronet and hope they don't have the second removal spell. Alright. It's a pretty big gamble, my friend. It's a pretty big gamble. He's applied no pressure to the board, and we've got a creature he can't interact with. Alright, he's on 2. He needs a very good turn now after doing nothing for 3 turns. Or like next to nothing. Cool. Thank goodness for that. I thought I was cursed or something for a minute there. Alright, we get the win against Ponza. Whew. Alright, back up to 59. Let's get 2 wins and end this league on 60, shall we? These matches are going on for longer than what I thought. Normally my leagues take like an hour and 20, an hour and a half, and 3 matches in and I'm pretty much an hour in here. Alright, we're going to keep this. This is sick. Leyline protection against the Lurrus deck. I'm completely down for that. Razor Edge Thicket. Is it Devoted Druid combo? If it is, I'm probably going for Core Spirit Dancer. If it's the Mirror, I'm also probably going for Core Spirit Dancer. I don't have Daybreak in hand. I do have Griffspoon though. I don't have Trample though. Alright, this is the Mirror. See what happens here. If he spends a turn casting Path on our Core Spirit Dancer, that sucks, but at least we can play triple white spell. I got 3 Force of Vigors in the sideboard as well, which would be nice for this matchup. Unfortunately, I've cut a few green sources, so I might not reliably be able to... Of course, he's got it. Alright. Be like one of the few decks running around running main deck Path, I'm pretty sure. I guess I was running 2 main deck Path in my list, actually. So yeah, we took a turn out, and it was just a wasted turn by the end of it there. Maybe I just go for the guaranteed value of Core Spirit Dancer, because he's got Lurrus advantage too. I'm going to slow roll the Griffspoon here so he doesn't have that information. Maybe he puts up a ground chump blocker for some mana. Play the Dryad Arbor so we can cycle this Horizon Canopy for free. I hope he doesn't have Daybreak. We've got a pretty good clock here. If he doesn't have Daybreak and we draw another Aura, we can win. If we just jam 2 Auras on turn 2 and attacked for 4, he'd be... We would have attacked again this turn for 7. So he'd be on 9. He'd be 2 points less. No, that's not right. He'd be more than that less. Because he's dealt damage to himself with Horizon Canopy. It'd be at 7, yeah. And then we could have this turn just gone Core Spirit Dancer plus Griffspoon. Although, oh wait, we wouldn't have drawn the land. Never mind. Spirit Link, go away. Alright, now pretty much we need to draw Daybreak. Hope he blanks on Auras. I'm thinking if he's playing Spirit Link, he's got some more 1-mana Auras in hand and he's just trying to make this whole thing big. We have Totem Armor advantage though, so if we do Daybreak plus Griffspoon attack, we can chump block for free. Doesn't get us hugely closer to winning the game though. This hurts my eyes, him fetching basic forest instead of plains, because unless he's got 2 forest things here, yeah, exactly. If he's using that forest for anything, he's locking himself out of cycling his Horizon Canopy here, because he'll be switched off double white. I really don't like that at all. It's a bit of a newbie move. Alright. Me forcing my core spirit dancer was also maybe a newbie move, but oh well. Daybreak or bust. Alright. Can we do anything like play Bogle, Grispoon, Chump Block? That doesn't seem very good. Alright, let's not give him Grispoon information here. I mean, it's probably a pretty safe assumption, but every point counts. Alrighty, these bad boys out. These ones in. These in. So path for their core spirit dancer, force of vigor for their auras, and we'll have access to Lurrus this game. That might have my opponent's fetch actually might have been an indication that they had multiple fetch lands in hand, like they had a Wooded Foothills or a Misty Rainforest, etc. instead, and they were thinking play fetch land, search forest, and then they just played that fetch land instead of the other fetch land. Maybe like a mental mistake there. Looks like they're taking a little while to decide how to sideboard. It seems pretty straightforward to me. I mean, I don't think I want Graveyard Hate. If I had like the totem thing, the exile stuff from my opponent's card, graveyard only, I would then probably want it. Suppression Field, probably not also. Like, they're running 5 fetch lands, right? 5 to 6 fetch lands. Yeah. We're on the play this time. Let's see how our hand looks. We get access to Lurrus again. Our favorite friend, Lurrus. Alright, so we'll get rid of that one. This one looks like a pretty strong keep here. We'll bottom 1 core spirit dancer. I don't know. Maybe I bottom like the totem arbor there on Hyena Umbra and keep double core spirit dancer and just try to make one or both of them stick and get draws going off. I don't think so. We don't have any green cards in hand for Force of Vigor either, which sucks. Alright, I'm just going to attack in for 1 here. Offer the trade. Play Core Spirit Dancer's second main. It could be rushing her out. But if we get access to the extra mana earlier as well, that's not the worst thing. It's not as good as attacking for 3 there with Vigilance, but this hand's not doing it for me, really. If he's got path, turn 2 path 2 games in a row, then he's got it. Okay, he doesn't have it. Alright, that's a pretty ideal draw. So now we've got Sentinels plus Rankle here, so we can... Oh, and we get that too. Okay, that's really good. Get up other planes here as well. We've got a card to pitch to Force of Vigor if we ever draw it now. We've got a big attack for 10. If you pass my creature, we only lose Hyena Umbra and we can still get a forest from it. This is a pretty big turn too. He's going to have a pretty good one to follow it up. Did I say turn 2 or turn 3? Doesn't matter. You know what I meant. Spirit Mantle's not bad. I'm not running them in my deck. I think All That Glitters is better in the two drop slot, and I think Griff Spoon is adequate evasiveness. Yeah, his creature's not scary at all at the moment. I can just trample over the top potentially for the win here. He can't even attack because he needs to be on blocking duty right now. That's probably just game here. I'm gonna fetch preemptively to thin the deck here. Alright, we draw All That Glitters as well. So Spirit Mantle would have also won us the game off of drawing it there, but like, yeah, doesn't matter. I'm not going to show him All That Glitters just yet. I'll make him work for that in game 3, right? So he can block. We got trample. We assign 8 damage to him. The rest tramples over the top. Game. That's the way trample works. I don't deal damage, but you assign damage as if you can deal it, and then go. Cool. Well, that went well. Yep. Don't need to change anything there. Run it back. Cool. Snap keep this. This is fantastic. The Force of Vigor is a really good one to have in our hand too. We got 2 land, we've got auras, and we got Daybreak. Like this is very strong, and interaction. Hopefully this 3 life is not going to cost us the game, or more specifically the 2 life is not going to cost us the game. Thin out a Temple Garden, help us find our auras, help us find a green card for Force of Vigor. Removing that 1 Temple Garden from the deck. If he goes for a turn 2 cost Spirit Dancer here, I don't feel too bad. We've got High Number, Sentinel's Eyes, we can attack for 3, hold up a chump blocker with Totem Armor. Potentially even get him with chump blocking, and then if we draw a green card, we can destroy his auras and get his creature too. This is the power of Force of Vigor. It's absurdly strong, that card. All of the forces are strong. Alright, so here it sort of smells a little bit like my opponent might be trying to do the same line as us. I don't really want to do nothing. I think I'm going to fetch a Plains. I'm going to play a Sentinel's Eyes. If he cashes it in, we don't want to attack him is the thing. If he... I don't really want to give him the 2 for 1 either. I want to make this awkward for him. I don't know, I want to bait it as well. Faking Powerful Nature's Claim here might have its advantage. He's attacking for 6, that's a bit scary. We need to see a green card to actually have a chance of winning this. Off of the read I had, I don't want to attack, but I can't afford not to really, so... we got the Totem Armor effect, he's got the Trample effect. If he's got Force, it's game. Alright, I'm outplaying myself here. I don't know why you go Rank or Spirit Link. Oh, maybe because we just chump block and eat his creature. Okay, I guess that makes sense then. He's getting very close to killing us. Another Spirit Link. Okay, at least the second Spirit Link doesn't do much for him. It just gets 1 damage from the Ethereal Armor. Alright, so here we're going to attack for 6. If he blocks, we can cast Force of Vigor on Hardcast. Alright, that's a really good one. So we get like 4 auras there. His Rancor goes back to his hand. We also get his creature. It's a really good one for us. Lurrus can start getting those back though, of course, yeah. He can't block us here, and we can just make the biggest creature possible. He's all the way up at 59. It's going to take us a while to kill him. It's been a pretty good match actually. Pretty interactive and all of that. Return Spirit Link. I'm not sure that's the correct decision here. So you got Spirit Mantle. That would be the only thing that would make sense right now. Spirit Mantle in hand. Why are you main phase searching your Temple Garden? What? What are you doing? Another scout or something? Alright. Seems a bit wacky. Let's cycle this Rising Canopy away, see what we draw. Alright, we're drawing all our lands, but I shouldn't complain too much because it was all our lands that allowed us to cast Force of Vigor just before. And we are very far ahead. Oh, we already played a land this time. I'm just going to put Lurrus out now. He could draw Path and Path it, but you know what? If that happens, I mean, are we losing any of our auras at this stage anyway? Like, let's be real here. Him drawing the Core Spirit Dancer hurts a lot. Now he gets draws. He can Daybreak Coronet on one of his creatures. I think his line he wants to do is Daybreak Coronet on the Lurrus, Chump Block with a Glade Cover Scout, and then Rancor will bounce to hand. Then he can recast Ethereal Armor, Rancor, and we are flooding out so hard here. This is so bad. I don't want to give him the extra card draw. I honestly don't, because it's not getting us any closer to beating him. We don't have trample or anything. I think I just need to pass it. At least he doesn't have totem armor. Well, there. Speak of the devil. Here come a million draws. Why is he going on Lurrus? That doesn't seem right. Can he actually make Lurrus big enough that he can even attack this turn? Does he have the Spirit Mantle or something? Alright, so he's got nothing then. Alright. The fact he's casting out these Bogles, I doubt he even has... what do you call it in his deck? Force of Vigor in his deck. I still don't want to give him card draw here. Maybe I should have held Ethereal Armor in hand. Getting this Bogle big enough that he can't do Lurrus stuff though seems important. Maybe that Ethereal Armor should have been on the Scout actually, because then I could suicide it if I wanted to reset the aura after drawing a Core Spirit Dancer. Hopefully he's scared of this one unknown card in my hand. This is the power of Lurrus here. Is I completely wipe him out of the game and he's just able to reboard. I mean, Core Spirit Dancer helped him go a lot of that distance there. The big life total he got off his Spirit Links also helped. What are we gonna do here? I need a way to end this game. The longer this goes on, the worse it is for me because he's got the core advantage. Card-wise, though, he's only seen one more card than me. Griffspoon, flippin' heck. And a Hyena Umbra. Alright, now we're in trouble. Guess we're attacking to gain life now, but drawing him into stuff with his Rancor, he can reset his Rancor onto his Lurrus. And then I won't be able to kill it pretty soon. There's the power of Core Spirit Dancer, guys. He didn't even attack. Why didn't he attack? I don't have flying. That doesn't make any sense. I'm drawing another fucking creature. Great. Honestly, this is so ridiculous. I'm not even sure if he'll take the line with Chump Block with Scout at this stage. He seems to not be playing very well, because that was such a free attack then. He's got Griffspoon. I don't have flying. He's... Honestly, why aren't you blocking with this one? Honestly. Alright, so I just gained a free 17 life there. He can recast the Hexproof creature, but what does that mean? Honestly. Absolutely nothing. Maybe this whole time I could have been attacking, if he's really that stupid. To not take the free reset on the aura, and the free card draw. I mean, he's very far ahead at the moment, but these things are important. Alright, so now he's given me 2 cards to potentially draw. What did he exile? Bogle. Gotcha. I guess he's still playing around my own Force of Vigor, which I guess is reasonable, especially since he's all into Lurrus. If this thing downs, he probably loses the game. He's still going in on Lurrus. This isn't smart. Going on core. Just, you're already ahead. Going on core. Or going on scout. Or something. Something that, like, you need to return stuff from your graveyard with this card. That's the only point of it. Look at this clock of my opponents. I've lost track of this. This is game 2 or 3. I don't even know. I think it's game 3 and he won game 1. Look at this life gain. Oh, does he get multiple instances of Spirit Link actually? I didn't know that. That's why his life total got so high before. Did he even play the one out of his graveyard? Okay, he did. Go away. The difference Core Spirit Dancer makes, guys. The difference a Core Spirit Dancer makes. I played this so flippin' tight. Holy cow. Cow. Am I really losing to someone that just does this with their board state? Is he attacking with Lurrus? You got it. I can't block that thing. I shouldn't rag on him too hard. This was a terrible aura placement myself, but at the same time, I made one mistake with my aura placement. He's made a lot. His life total's pretty big. If I draw Path to Exile as well here, he's just stuffed. Alright, well I've finally drew a Rancor, so it might actually be worth attacking now. Hopefully he doesn't have the second force. This life total is absurd. Alright, we're not dead yet. Is he still going in on Lurrus? He is. Okay, my goodness. Is it bad manners for me to write in the chat here, like, don't go in on Lurrus here, like, after the game's over, obviously, but, like, this is really bad. You shouldn't be doing that. Alright, Ethereal Armor is pretty big. I still don't have flying or anything. Path to Exile, Path to Exile, Path to Exile. Are you kidding me? You are so late to the party, it is not funny. Make Totem Armor fall off. Look to get draw triggers until we get Path to Exile. Kidding me, bro? Block. You should be blocking. All right. Um, so all right, opponent was appreciative of my advice there. Um, like a lot of new players gravitate to the deck, and a lot of people make mistakes. I make mistakes all the time myself. But yeah, I don't know. I want to see people that play this deck do well, and like if I can help a player improve by changing their like play pattern like that, it's well worthwhile. I definitely misplayed on the game one where I rushed the Core Spirit Dancer though, into a Path to Exile. I should have just waited until I had my 3 mana and gone for it. Or cast my auras, at least got the damage in. So I didn't play game 1 perfectly. I didn't play game 3 perfectly either because I put the Ethereal Armor on the wrong creature. That should have... Maybe I should have left it in hand. Maybe putting it on the second hexproof creature was correct, but putting it on the Lurrus was incorrect. That was very bad for me. I just went, oh, lifelink and extra damage, and then like, no, don't like it. Don't like this at all. But yeah, that was the mirror, guys. It can be pretty wild. I learned something new about Spirit Link. I didn't know that gave double triggers if you had 2 of them. Here against Rob93. Why do I think he's on Dredge? I've got an inkling it's Dredge. Oh, this hand's great. Alright, it's definitely not Dredge. He's got a Lurrus. Sounds great against most things, though. Even if he Thought Seizes away the Daybreak Coronet, we get to go Grispoon plus Ethereal Armor. And then return our other Grispoon from the grave later on if he somehow deals with that. So we're in a pretty good spot here. It's targeting me with the bauble, getting some information. I'm sure I'm getting a discard effect here. Okay, maybe not. It's a pretty good one. I'm gonna go ahead and cast the Rancor now. It's more damage, and it matters more for me to have Rancor on the field than one of my 2 Grispoons. He doesn't have the discard effect, or he would have played it. That and, you know, not giving my opponent the information of what's in my hand. Like, just playing the thing off the top of the library can be smart as well. So goodbye Daybreak. We load up double Grispoon, attack for 9. This should be game. Alright, so this is Lurrus burn. I'm scared of this deck. I want the Vigilance here. It gives him the information that's in the deck, which I don't hugely like. I think we've got the win anyway. Alright, so we get there. Yikes. Yikes, yikes, yikes. Alright, so against Lurrus, and these Core Spirit Dancers are probably never resolving or doing anything. I do value the Path to Exile, and I value some Graveyard interaction as well. Probably not Suppression Field. So it's our choice between Grafdigger's Cage or Rest in Peace. And because he might have Tarmogoyf, Rest in Peace is probably the better decision. Because that acts as a Graveyard Hate piece and also essentially creature removal because it makes his Tarmogoyfs as 0/1s. In some situations, if he's got multiple Goyfs on the field, it's better than a Path. Alright, so on the draw, no creature and yeah, no hope in hell we're keeping this hand. No leyline. Well, this is much better, but it folds to discard. I think it's good enough we have to keep, though. Our opponents can't always have discard, but they're very likely to. It's not looking good for our hero. Alright. What's the top card? Let me see. Well, it's not creature, or else he wouldn't have taken Bogle. I'm gonna jam that rest in peace. You better discard this rest in peace, or it's hitting the board, buddy. Watch him take rest in peace here. Alright, that's how good it is against this deck. Here comes the creature. Yikes, explosives as well? Dude, that's not fun. Yikes. Now he's got recur engineered explosives online and recur Misha's bubble. Oh, this is awful. Let's draw a card. He knows about the all that glitters. He doesn't know about the next card though. Alright. I'm just gonna GG this one because he's got us way too licked here. So it looks like it is just black-red and not Jund. I like the path still for his red creatures and for his silly old thing, Lurrus. Might take out 2 Griff Spoons for the 2 Grafdigger's Cage. I'm pretty scared of that engineered explosives. And I don't think suppression field's good enough for the explosives. If it was a Stony Silence, it's great. It turns off Misha's bubble, it turns off Stony Silence. But it just like slows it down, and I don't think that slowdown's going to be good enough. This hand's really good. We're going to snap keep this one. You might have a turn 1 creature here. Really looking for an aura on top of my library. Alright, that's not an aura, but it will do. Get that cage out early. Alright, Killing Fiend's not the scariest, given the board state we've got at the moment. Doesn't seem like he's got the engineered explosives this game, so I'm celebrating that. It's a pretty good draw. He's just black-red, so I don't have to worry about enchantment destruction. I'm just going to get this life gain happening real quickly here. Yeah. So here we're going to want to get this Daybreak Coronet down in case he does draw Engineered Explosives, pops our Hyena Umbra. He won't be able to get it back through the Grafdigger's Cage. Yeah. Yes, yes, yes. Leyline of Sanctity is very, very strong. I'm not going to bother blocking here. There's really no need to. If he makes his creature really big, if he has a wear tear, you know, tons of things. It's really awkward into the white mana though. It might just be in there. The safest line is cast Ethereal Armor here. But it's weak too if he draws Engineered Explosives. Alright, I think we're in the clear. If I cast a Daybreak Coronet, with it on the stack, he can destroy Hyena Umbra. Daybreak Coronet falls off. This one falls to the bin, and I get 3 for 1 by 1 wear tear. Which is not the business I want to be in here. Cycle Sunbaked? A Lightning Bolt, okay. Lightning Bolt is on creature, so I don't gain life. Yep. I'm still not going to cast out this other Glade Cover Scout, because I don't want to get to lose both my creatures to explosives. Alright, looks like he's just putting up mono chump blockers. Just jam this while we can. So we've drawn Grafdigger's Cage, the Ethereal Armor, and the 2 unknowns in hand. The 2 unknowns aren't good, but the rest of everything else is like fantastic here. And bolt his own creature. Oh man, this is so cancer. This is such a feels bad for him. Like, those should be coming at our face, and instead he's pointing them at his creatures to stop us. Lurrus activate jump blocker mode. I'm pretty sure. Yep. Bring back a Swift Spear. He might not even bring one back, actually. Oh, he can't, because Grafdigger's Cage, right. Gotcha. I know my own deck. I swear to goodness. The amount of times I've tried to bring in a Dryad Arbor through this might be somewhere in the number of 3, but I will still claim that I know my own deck. He's got another bolt, man. He's gone so deep. He's gonna run out of lightning bolts eventually. This Grafdigger's Cage is shutting off his Lurrus so hard too. Alright, looks like Graveyard Hate and Leyline Hate is where you want to be at against these Lurrus prowess decks. Like, it stops Lava Dart as well. I hate that card so much. I don't think he's playing it because I haven't seen it in 3 games. But Lava Dart gives him so many prowess triggers, it's absurd. It's so mana efficient as well. One mana. Deal like 6 damage or something. 2 prowess triggers. I wonder if he's got the other one here. This will be quite interesting. Alright, we've finally gained some life. No need to commit anything else to board here. We're in a comfortable spot. Alright, we've still got a Totem Armor effect out. I don't want to put 2 Totem Armor effects out, so I'm just going to attack like this still. If the move for my opponent is jump block with Lurrus and take a whole bunch of damage, then I'm in a really good spot here. Might be trying to flash back or escape with Cling to Dust here. That won't work. Okay, he's got the Metamorphose. Doesn't look like he even has the white. I don't know what he's drawing to here. Cool. Well, we got there. Cool. We didn't go even, but we did at least get the 2-3. His leg sort of demonstrates pretty firmly why I don't like having Leyline in the main deck. There could be a meta for it. I'm not sure these 3 decks are enough, or like, well, 3 decks are enough, but is it like 40% of the metagame or 50% of the metagame are those 3 decks? Because this was really bad and lost us a lot of the other games which we could have won. Just based off the fact that it was basically like, if it was in our starting hand against an irrelevant deck, we were basically on 6 cards, right? And like, I know we've got the synergy between All That Glitters and Ethereal Armor, but we're not always going to have those in our hand either. Yeah. That puts us at a rounded 59, only just. Yeah, I know a lot of people are saying Leyline main deck, like, because you still get access to Lurrus post board against your other matchups. I'm not liking it. I'm really not liking it. I think the way to go is the old dirty old-fashioned green-white, with your choice of auras and a couple of Path to Exiles. I think that's the way to go. Like, thing is, against an Inquisition deck, 50% of the time you're going to be on the play, right? Most hands you're going to be keeping, you're going to have a hexproof creature. You're going to turn 1 a hexproof creature, and then their discard's going to hit an aura from your hand. It might be a good aura, it might make it really hard for you, but if you just load your deck with high value 1-cost auras, you're going to be in a good spot. Yeah, I feel like I sort of missed this, missed not having the Spider Umbra that league, for my Force of Vigors. That felt like a pretty big loss to me. Other than that, I would really like 2 Cartouche of Solidarity in the deck, but I can't see a place to squeeze them in there short of removing Path to Exile from the main deck. And if I remove it from the main deck, it probably has to be in the sideboard. And if it's in the sideboard, like, what are we cutting for it? Maybe we don't need it against anything that isn't Infect. I still like it against Lurrus decks. I like it against, like, the black-green Hardened Scales deck. It's good against a lot of different decks. Anything with Lurrus gives you a very clean way to answer Lurrus, a very clean way to answer their other creatures. Yeah. Sideboard-wise, where was my Leyline list? I'm hovering it. Yeah, Suppression Field probably just has to go for Stony Silence. I think that was something I meant to do, and then I forgot to do it. Stony Silence is way more important than Suppression Field in this current meta game, if you ask me. Yeah, I think if you want Suppression Field, it's main deck as 2 or 3 of in those flex slots of yours. But yeah, that was it, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed watching Leyline. Maybe enjoyed learning a little bit extra about the mirror, how to strategize in those matchups, how to play out your hands, all of that. Cheers as always, and I hope to see you guys all next time. Bye.